My name is Joseph Chebukaka, the organizing secretary, KUPPET Nakuru branch, and also an aspirant national chairman, KUPPET Kenya, in the coming elections. First of all, on the issue of CBE, we have very many issues that are going on currently. One, the system is hanging. The principals are trying to transfer students from the other schools they were given, but they are not able to do that because everybody has clogged the system. So we are unable to transfer the students. Parents are sitting on lines waiting, but there is nothing that is going on. The second part, the issue of transfer of students should be always left to senior schools. This issue of transferring schools using head teachers and then you bring it to senior school for 4 days, that one it becomes an emergency and we have a crisis. The third thing, the school equipment and resources. We have not received books from KICD. We have not received books from publishers. We don't know the curriculum we are supposed to teach in senior school, and therefore telling the students to report next week on Monday is misplaced, misadvised, and ill-informed. The Cabinet Secretary for Education is bright enough. He should move with speed to change the date of reporting from Monday next week to a more friendly date to the parents. The third one is that we are now in the final phase of admitting these students. But parents, very many parents, it's like we have ambushed with parents with what they are supposed to know. Parents don't know that they are supposed to download letters for their children in the cyber cafe. Most of the parents, especially in the villages, are just arriving in schools trying to ask for those letters. They are supposed to be told through the press, through the media and all, including chiefs barazas, that they should know that they are supposed to go to the cyber, download the letter, to get that number, the examination number of the student, before the student can go to an institution to get a transfer. And then the other thing is that the Ministry of Education did what we call capping of the number of students to be admitted in a school. So we have a problem there because schools have larger capacity than what has been capped, and they are going to receive fewer textbooks. So I think the supply of the resources for teaching is also supposed to be adjusted. It's supposed to be adjusted deliberately so that before the suppliers and the publishers bring those books, they now get the actual numbers that are in school. Let those numbers that were given previously as capped numbers be adjusted so that we now deal with the real situation on the ground. And the final part, which is a very critical part on this CBE, the last time we were in State House with the President, he talked about making sure that the capitation of schools is going to go back to 22,000. And he said it is going to take the 2 years to do that. But I would like to request the CS Education together with the technocrats in the education sector that we should go to the 22,000 shillings immediately, and if possible move the money that add more money so that we can have the correct infrastructure for CBE. And finally, the remuneration of teachers. The teachers are now going to handle more serious issues on CBE. They are going to stay on the computers. They are supposed to be retooled properly, and at the same time, they are not motivated. So the CBE requires a well-motivated teacher. The way the president is saying that we are going the Singapore way, we also want the salary of teachers in Kenya to be commensurate to those ones in Singapore, for Singapore to be realistic. Otherwise, this CBE is going to end up somewhere that we are not supposed to be talking about because it's our children. So let's make sure that teachers are well remunerated at the level of Singapore, because in Singapore, it is the level of education that took Singapore to first world. So here we remunerate teachers, motivate them, so that we can take Kenya to first world the way the president wants. Hundreds of thousands of candidates have not yet been placed in schools, and I have told you one of the things is misinformation by parents. The second thing is the parents even don't know the day the children are supposed to report in school, and therefore it's a bit important that we have a situation where the public is well informed, and then the Ministry of Education should step in. Let the principals not turn away students on grounds of points. We have moved away from the system where people are being ranked. Let all students be admitted in the nearby schools that are convenient to the students and the parents, and then let learners go to school. We want 100% transition. The tooling that was done previously, the teachers were very bored. They were very annoyed. They were being given an allowance of 400 shillings after traveling a distance of 50 kilometers every day to go to the retooling center, and they left very hungry. Teachers are supposed to be given enough funds so that they can even appreciate the process. Teachers, when well motivated, they can even stay in the retooling center up to 10 p.m. So it is important that as we have opened school now, the Ministry of Education looks for money, gives to TAC from Treasury immediately. We want teachers to be given good facilitation equivalent to public servants, and then they go for training at least 1 month. Those ones will be handling grade 10, so that they can come in February and start handling these learners the proper way.
My name is Fred Okindo, a member of KUPPET Kenya. I'm here to call upon government to halt reporting of grade 10 students, learners in senior schools. One, these learners have special, unique characteristics that a teacher in senior school has not been fully prepared to receive such learners. Two, the government has not put in place technology that will cater for the studies, for the content that it is in the books. Number three, there are inadequate teachers in schools to handle the large number of students that we expect in our schools. Training has been very short. Teachers were trained for 2 weeks in August. They have forgotten everything that they were taught. We call upon government to stop, retool teachers properly, equip schools properly, and ensure that our learners get what they deserve. So what we are saying, hold fast before you proceed. The question is, how does retooling of a teacher for 2 weeks prepare a teacher who has never gone to any drama class to teach drama, who has never gone to a PE class, teach PE, who has never gone to a computer class, teach computer science? The problem is there are no sufficient teachers to teach the new subjects. That is where the problem is.